right.
We are here. Damn it. It took an hour of extra work to get here, but we finally got here.
Welcome to the Burly Bros show. I'm Dirty Mike, and with me is Beercules. As you've probably noticed, if you've seen us before, Dirty Dan's not here tonight. Yeah, we're just going to put our arm around our missing centerpiece.
Pour out a little bit for us home, for the homies into my mouth.
So we've been gone for a little bit, but we're back. We are setting up a new area. So I've been gone for work. Dirty Dan's gone for work right now. And we moved all of our stuff, holidays, everything. So we're coming back stronger than ever, I hope.
Like a
pretty
raging
excited.
hard on a 20-year-old that took Viagra. That hard. We're coming back that strong.
Yeah, and if we're still here 4 hours later, we are going to go see a doctor. So anyway, welcome to the Burly Bros show. This is a podcast where we like to talk about beer and all things manly or not, or nerdy, all of it.
Whatever comes to mind.
Yeah.
Whatever pops into our little...
Whatever we really want to talk about. It's mostly just about drinking beer.
Prepubescent minds we have.
Yes. So anyway, how have you been, Beercules? How was your... Man, how long has it been since we did a podcast? Over a month? Oops, I almost started into the sippers. I almost started into the samplers. I saw a beer in front of me.
I haven't been bad.
Usually we pour those later.
Yeah.
So I'm just like reaching for it. Go ahead.
Just moved early last month, so it's trying to just figure out and organize all the shit that I have that I don't know where to put stuff. And so I finally got all but like 2 tubs of stuff that it probably just end up getting a lid put on them and shoved somewhere because it's just extra crap. But finally got everything kind of organized and figured out that I need to buy more stuff to organize stuff with.
Yeah.
Like tables or shelves or something. I need something.
Moving is always the time where you get into a new place. You're like, man, I don't have enough drawers or organizers or whatever.
The other thing you're going, how did I accumulate all this shit?
Yeah,
Where did this all come from?
Is it just a Midwest thing to have a junk drawer? Or is that an everybody thing?
I think that's an everybody thing. If you don't have a junk drawer, I don't know if I can trust you.
I wouldn't. If you don't have a junk drawer, you're probably like Norman Bates type, or what's his name from Psycho?
Oh yeah.
Not Psycho, American Psycho.
American Psycho, yeah.
Yeah, I can't trust you if you don't have a junk drawer.
If you don't have a junk drawer, I don't. We're not friends.
Yep.
We can't even be frenemies.
Yeah. So for anybody listening to this later, We're playing with the format. We're coming back. We're trying to get everything. We don't have our other host right now, but we're going to be sampling some beers. We're going to be talking about Florida Man news, talking about a year in review and what we're looking forward to this next year. And we do this live on twitch.tv/Burly Bros. And for anybody who wants to see this live, we do it just chatting afterwards. We talk with everybody, so it's always fun to stick around for that.
But for people that are the old school ones.
Old school.
I don't know, not old school, but original fans of the podcast. If you have noticed, like Dirty Mike said, we're in a new area. We got new lights going on. We have, as you can see, a new backdrop because Dirty Dan, for his personal stream, actually went out and bought this massive green screen.
It's huge.
So I think if me and Dirty Mike laid head to head, we barely just passed each side of this. So
it literally takes up the whole room.
It's at least like 10, 11 foot.
Wait. No, there's no green screen. We're in this. Yeah, this is Dirty Dan's house.
This is Dirty Dan's house behind us.
Pretty cool.
But so we get to play with this now. So we get to just play with our backgrounds. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we might be in a new bar every week. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. We might not even know what bar it is, but we're there.
Yeah. Also, another reason to watch on YouTube or live is because we're both doing the Dirty Man Challenge this year. Dirty Dan's not, but Beercules.
I think he should.
Yeah, I think he should. And I are doing the Dirty Man Challenge. The whole year where you don't cut your hair or beard or anything.
Well, I should...
rephrase
for me.
I have to rephrase for you.
I'm not growing my hair out because if I grew my hair out, I'd be growing a skullet, and that just would not be a good look. So I'm doing the Dirty Man Challenge with just the straight beard.
Dirty Skullet Challenge.
I'm just going to let this damn thing grow. It's going to be
glorious. The Neard is starting to get to me today because normally at this point, because I haven't been able to grow a beard for more than a month in the last 6 years. And normally at this point, which is about 3 weeks in, I'm like, trimming this neck beard up because it's driving me nuts. And I just got to let it go. Just got to keep this all the way down.
Luckily enough, I don't grow a neck beard. It literally stops like in the perfect spot.
So you're mean to tell me it just grows in all white trashy like that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm hoping with me growing my beard for the whole year and not cutting it or trimming or anything, I'm hoping these weak ass sides I have start coming in thicker.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't know what my beard will look like. It's been so long.
It's gonna be glorious.
It might look trashy. I'm mostly worried about the mustache thing. I got some mustache wax.
Mustache wax it and just curl that bitch.
Yep.
Just let it go.
It's gonna be dastardly pretty soon. Because I'm already getting to the point where I'm getting the hairs in my mouth.
He's gonna have 6 months from now. You're gonna be seeing him walking around or see videos of him. He's gonna have a snickering dog in the back going.
It's true. It's gonna be dastardly. It's gonna be awesome.
All right, let's actually get into something now.
So do we want to start with some beer testing tonight?
We can start with beer testing tonight. Yeah,
I just want to get into some beers, man.
All right,
I think that's what everybody wants to get into. Before we do that, I would like to talk about which one is it? Our second one tonight.
First one.
The first one. Yes.
No, the second one. Yep, you're correct. Second one.
Middle one. Middle one right here. The middle one right here. I was looking at the can right before we went live, and I saw it said Radler on it. Yeah, Radler,
Radler.
And we like to talk about different styles of beer. And part of this podcast, what we like to do is to learn about beer ourselves. And I was thinking, what the hell is a Radler? I didn't know that was a phrase.
I didn't even know that was a beer.
And it looks good. So I looked up, and a Radler is basically, it's a German style ale.
Of course it is, because Germany makes all the good beers.
Of course it is. And in German it means cyclist, I guess. It is It's a citrus beer concoction that can include other fruit juices like grapefruit. A lot of it times includes like grape or juice sodas, I guess you would say. So it's kind of like a shandy, which is where you mix beer and lemonade or lemonade lime or other things like that. And what I'm reading about, the difference essentially is that a shandy is the British version. There's not much difference. There really is not. So think of a Radler as more of a soda, a juicy, fruity soda, 50% and 50% German ale.
Okay, so pretty much
that's basically what it is.
The big difference between a shandy and a Radler is you got soda in it, whereas a shandy is usually just
usually lemonade
or your juices.
Or a flavored lemonade or lemon lime. Yeah, I know they make all kinds of shandies now that are not lemonade style, but yeah, basically that.
I mean, mostly, like I said,
both of them are really good. They're basically summer beers.
Yes.
They're beer that you want to float down a tube and just slam them back. That's what we did.
And quench your thirst.
I think that's what I bought last time was that Line and Kugel shandies. We were floating the river. That's good stuff. That's great summer beer.
I think you bought the watermelon one.
I like the water. I think I got the whole mixture,
you might have bought it.
I like the watermelon one.
All right, so let's start with our first beer.
Yeah, the first beer is not going to be a Radler.
Which this is the one that Dirty Mike. God,
one of the dirty bros.
One that Mike brought. I'm the only one that's not dirty. It's a Perrier Brewing Company Blackberry IPA. I've had their grapefruit one. Mm-hmm. I was pretty damn impressed with that. So,
I've had a couple things from Perrin, but I don't know if I've had any of their IPAs.
Their IPAs are pretty good.
I feel like I had a porter or something.
Well, you've had their Black Ale.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
What's that?
Got to keep them straight. I actually, for Christmas,
my beers.
The only thing in my stocking for Christmas was a beer journal. I forgot to bring it tonight, but
you son of a bitch.
I know. I actually want to write down all the beers, and it literally has all kinds of terminology in there, and it's got like you rate it based on like all the different things like mouthfeel and all the different attributes to it. So I want to start doing that and kind of catalog what we taste.
Yeah, we need to, because I would like to do like maybe halfway a year or maybe quarterly.
Yeah, do like a top beers.
Yeah, do the top 5 beers, because I mean we taste test 4 every single night.
Yeah,
every Monday night, and I mean, if we did the top 5,
we'd have to write them down for
exactly,
sure. And put a star rating next to them, because it's a lot to keep track of.
You're talking like 10 weeks of beers.
Yeah,
like quarterly, you're talking 10 weeks of beers, and 4 at a piece. That's 40 beers.
Yeah, and I'm already bad at top 5 anything.
Yeah,
like people ask me my top 5 movies, and it depends on what movies come to my head first that day.
It's like, can we get a category all the time, and then a subcategory, and then I might be able to give you my top 5.
If you said something like that, like if you said, "Oh, action movies," that's
slash
hard.
horror.
If you say crime movies or whatever, like movies about the mafia, like if you're that specific, I could probably do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But like when you say movies, that's just way too big of a category. Stop asking people their top 5 movies. That's impossible.
Leave some comments if you guys want to see a.
Let us know your top 5 movies.
Yeah, no. Leave message in the comments if you guys would like to see a top 5 favorite beers at quarterly and top worst beers quarterly.
Yeah, we should have done one for last year, but it's a little late.
We didn't write them all
We
down.
could talk. I guess we could try to go off the top of our head. I could tell you probably.
I could tell you my top 2.
I could. Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
Okay, let's try this beer. Let's shut up and try this beer. Good smell. Good smell. That is fantastic.
Yeah, that is really good. What flavor is that again?
Blackberry.
Blackberry.
It's got a good blackberry. It's almost like it's like a hoppy jam.
It is. I was gonna say it's more jam. It's less hoppy than I thought, but
it's a very slightly hoppy
it's like
jam.
drinking a really thin blackberry jam. I really like this actually.
It's actually really good. Like I said, I had the grapefruit one. The grapefruit one's really good.
Yeah, it's like literally liquid jam. That is way different than I thought. That is good.
I could drink that all day actually.
Yeah.
I like citrusy IPA.
I like Perrin so far. I've only drinking a few of theirs, but I haven't had one from them that I don't like yet.
Every beer I've had from them, and I probably have had a half a dozen different beers by them now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've come across one I haven't liked.
Nice.
So,
all right. So this next one is the Radler. This one is Warrior Goddess
by Rochester Mills, which is another Michigan beer.
Mm-hmm. Don't they make Redbridge? Am I wrong on that? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I know they make their
Redbridge is
They make their famous milkshake stout. That's like what they're really known for.
Oh yeah. So this is ale with pink grapefruit, lemons, and pomegranate. This is the pink grapefruit Radler Warrior Goddess.
Pomegranate. I love me some pomegranate.
Yeah. So let's see what this. See if this is basically a shandy or what.
Pretty much. Smells really good.
Yeah. It's. Okay, I can actually tell the difference already between this and a shandy.
It's very carbony, very
carbony. It's more like a soda.
You know what it kind of reminds me of?
Than lemonade.
But in a way better way. It tastes kind of like a Smirnoff, but better.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it actually does. Because the thing about Smirnoff, talking about Smirnoff Ice, it's just too much.
It is. It's too strong.
It's too sugary for me.
Literally, I take it. People are like, oh, try this.
I tried to drink one like a week ago, and I was like, man, I don't like these.
Drink the Smirnoff Ice. Take a sip of it. It's really good. It's like watermelon, blah 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 blah. And I take a drink. I'm like instant gut rot because it's so sweet.
Oh yeah, I actually liked Smirnoff Ice when I first turned 21. Didn't know anything, but now that I drink them, I'm like, man, it's just too much sugar, too sweet. It's gonna give me gut rot. This is a lot better than that. This is more like a shandy, but it's got the carbonation to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's a really mild grapefruit flavor. It's pretty good.
And now we're going on a completely different spectrum.
This is gonna be way different.
We had 2 fruity beers. This is a
D's Nuts.
It's called D's Nuts from Beard's Brewing, which I also think is another Michigan
Brewery.
Yeah,
let me see if it says so on the can.
Pretty sure.
I think you're right.
I think it's like Ipsy.
Says Petoskey, Michigan.
Petoskey. That's right.
So D's Nuts, smooth, nutty caramel flavors and medium body. D's Nuts brown ale has a hearty addition of oats balanced out by subtle English varietal hops. Paris perfectly. Pairs perfectly.
France.
Yeah, pairs perfectly with pumpkin pie, roast beef, changing leaves, and sweater weather. I like that.
Sweater weather.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Lumberjacky.
I like the look of the can too.
Right.
All right.
Definitely a brown ale.
Yep.
Nice brown ale smell.
Yeah, that's pretty smooth good. Brown ale. I definitely taste the caramel and the nuttiness
of it. Yeah, it's definitely a palate changer.
It's a big palate changer, but it is smooth. It's better than what was the last brown ale we had that I wasn't impressed by. It was the shit your pants one.
Yeah, the brown
note, and it was like note.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't, and
I spent
for
like
whatever
$6
reason that week,
for that can too.
Yeah, for whatever reason that week, I had tried like 4 different brown ales, and I remember that one was like the most disappointing I had.
I was not impressed with that. I figured
I would drink this one again though.
I figured as much as they talked it up and how good it was, like.
Yeah, no, this is smooth.
Redbridge is who makes. Redbridge is its own company. It's by
I realized that afterwards. It was the symbol that threw me off because the Redbridge symbol
Redbridge is by
from
Bush.
A distance looks exactly like the Rochester Mills symbol. That's why it was stuck in my head like that. But yeah, so.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna let you do all the reading because I'm pretty sure the last podcast we did, I was like,
you pretty much did.
Yeah,
we didn't plan it out, and we ended up giving you everything.
Yeah, you're like, oh, why don't you got this? You got this.
That's okay. I got some Florida man news for you guys. So since this is our first podcast of 2020, we want to go back and look at some of the stuff we missed last year.
We want to relive our past.
Yeah, relive the past.
We're really good at doing that.
Good at nostalgia. Or just reliving the past.
Reliving the past.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's November. Let's talk about Halloween. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Christmas. Let's talk about Thanksgiving.
January is a great time to do a year in review. It's only a month late. So we wanted to talk about some Florida man news, but we found this article, the craziest Florida man stories of 2019.
You had me.
And these are
hello.
These are all just fantastic. I'm going to start off with number one. It's called Kill 'Em with Kindness. Florida man attacks neighbors with machete named Kindness.
The machete or him?
the machete was named Kindness.
Okay.
Brian's-
Perfect name for a machete.
I know. It's
Machete.
almost like, I almost feel like they should be like, that was clever. I got to give you that one. The first murder's free. It's the other ones. Does it say neighbors? Okay, it says more than one. So they can still put them away for the other ones, right?
Okay, fine. Fair enough. I'll allow it.
People always say they're going to kill you with kindness, and this guy's like, no, I'm really going to do it.
I'll allow it. I'll allow that. That's all right.
It says Brian Stewart, 30, was arrested in Santa Rosa County after neighbors said they heard banging and yelling coming from his home. This comes from Channel 8 News in Florida, I guess. This Florida man was overheard saying he was going to kill him with kindness.
Jesus.
When a neighbor went over to check on things to tell Stewart to keep it down, Stewart allegedly came running out of the front door with a machete-style knife that he had kindness written on the blade. So the defense is it was already named Kindness.
Oh my god.
He warned him. He said he's going to kill him with kindness.
Is this guy on something? Drunk?
He's
slow?
I mean, I always assume that it's PCP or something in these stories. Only in Florida could they actually have legitimate zombie attacks. Yeah, it's bath salts.
It all comes back to bath salts.
They could have legitimate zombie attacks, and everybody's just like, it's Florida. Everybody forgets about it. All right, so story number 2, and this one actually has a photo I'm going to put up here in just a second. Story number 2, Florida woman's alligator maternity photo goes viral.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Look at this.
Oh, that is so much America.
Lindsay and Jonathan Tuttle took to Facebook to share their maternity pictures, featuring a shotgun, Bud Light, and a baby alligator.
The funny thing is she actually looks pregnant.
Well, she is.
Okay.
It's a maternity photo.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't know if they were just doing it because,
it's like, man, she just got a beer gut on her. I don't know.
Well, I mean, look at her. She does look like she would have a beer gut. Just saying.
She does, yeah.
But I wasn't sure if she was actually pregnant, or if they were just making a mock of maternity photos with the baby alligator, like that's their baby. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. You thought the baby alligator was the maternity. Okay,
yeah, that's what I was getting.
I could see that. It is kind of an interesting choice. I wonder if that's the first child. And then the one on the way is...
Well, I can tell you right now, the first child's going to win in a wrestling match.
That's true.
It's going to do that death row, and it's going to be over for the second child.
Yeah, I mean, they grow pretty fast, too. Even I've held an alligator that size. You have, too. And they're strong as hell. Oh, yeah. Even at that size.
Dude, that tail...
For anybody who can't see, who's not listening, she's literally standing there with a baby alligator arms,
probably about 3.5, 4 foot long.
Let me pull the picture up again so I can explain it. They got a Florida flag... Right? Florida State flag, a shotgun propped up against Bud Light, and she's holding an alligator. And they're not dressed like they would be in a normal maternity photo. Any other comments you want to get in about
that's just winning.
I feel like you just got to watch this because that picture just speaks for itself.
Winning. That's what that is. That is straight winning.
Yep. It does feel like a joke though, but I think that's an actual maternity photo.
Oh no, that does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, I think I've met people that would be like, they would be proud of that maternity photo. Not ironically either. They'd just be like, "This is."
You know
me.
what? If you're gonna do it, own it.
Own it.
That's what I always say. Just own it.
Yep. Just be who you are.
Yep.
All right. So here's another good one. Easter Bunny gets into fight in Orlando. A video posted on Instagram showing the Easter Bunny get involved in a fight in downtown Orlando went viral last year. The fight was broken up by an Orlando police officer and is not known if anyone was arrested. So not much about that, but that just... I don't know, man.
What I want to know is, did he get in the fight because somebody else hid his eggs and he was pissed off about it?
Well, that's what I want to know. I mean, he's got to protect those eggs,
I want more information.
Right?
I want more information.
There's not enough information there about this for sure. Because I want to know if the bunny was in the right here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's the Easter Bunny, man. Like...
Maybe some little jackass punk was following him around, watching him place Easter eggs. He's like, dude, back off.
Back off.
I have to hide these so you can look for them later. And he's just following around.
Picking them up.
Like, oh, I see where you put it. Grab it. That would piss me off, too. If I was Easter Bunny, I'd clock that kid.
I mean, you're an Easter Bunny. I'm pretty sure it's legal.
That's just like ruining your whole job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not coming into your place of work and hiding finding all your hidden stashes of snack cakes. Deborah, stop following me around.
It'd be like the person that's a stock boy. It's in their stock and everything. They move down to the
Somebody
next
comes
section
out and sets it on the floor.
just pushes everything off that shelf right back onto the floor. That's what that is.
That sounds like if I have a day where I really have nothing else to do, and I just really want to piss somebody off. If I ever wanted, you know that part in Fight Club where they have to go and start a fight? Mm-hmm. I think that's how I would have done it.
Dress up as the Eats Bunny?
Yeah. I would have followed around somebody's stocking shelves, and every time they set something on the shelf, I would have picked up and set it on the floor, and then just waited for the next thing. Just set it right in the middle of the aisle till he punched me.
There you go.
All right.
Next one.
Story 4. Florida man arrested for hanging out sunroof while driving on I-4. That doesn't sound that weird.
I used to do that at
I was going to say,
on
what's
a
so weird about
Saturday
that?
on
I got to read the story. There's got to be something else
I know
about this,
there's gotta
right?
be something.
An off-duty Hillsborough deputy caught, and I haven't read these before this, so. An off-duty Hillsborough deputy caught 70-year-old Leonard Olson Jr. on video standing up and hanging out of the sunroof of his car with his arms spread as he was driving.
70?
I missed that. Hold on.
Did you say 7 or 70?
70.
Okay, 70. All right. At first, I thought you said 7. I'm like, why does he own a car and why is he driving? Was like,
Well, the title is so misleading. It just says man hanging out of sunroof. Oh, no, it does say while driving. But you could have thought that was the passenger.
yeah.
No, he was the one driving.
Oh, you know what?
That's pretty great.
That's impressive.
Was he driving with his knees? Like,
Nope.
he's driving with his willy. That's what it
I
was.
would say he's got a big old 70-year-old dong.
Yeah.
No, let's be truthful here. They say that there's a few spots on a man that keep growing or keep
Was
extending.
it like the ears and the nose?
No, it was his,
and the balls.
It was the nutsack. He just wrapped it
That's what I was
around
gonna
it.
say.
He just did this with his hips as he was standing outside the car window.
Maybe he got a better view out of the sunroof. Maybe he's Florida. Could have had bugs all over his windshield.
True. Could have a broken windshield. Maybe he was getting shit done. Let's just leave it at that.
He didn't. Yeah. I mean, let's see. An arrest report said Olson told a responding trooper he wanted to turn himself in because my wife treats me like a servant and she's the mistress and I'm tired of this shit. Lock me up. I'd rather. This story just keeps getting better. I'd rather go to jail than go back home.
Gosh. Okay, that is
So he was
fantastic.
trying to get arrested.
That is fantastic. Good for you. You know,
That's I did
don't-
not expect that part of the story. It took a
I don't know if I want to be
it
70.
took an M. Night Shyamalan twist there.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be 70 and be like, I'm going to go to jail because I hate my wife.
Yeah.
Yep, screw this. I'm done.
Olson added that he thought it would be a nice way to praise God for a minute.
Hallelujah in the
He was charged with reckless driving, obviously. Okay. Story number 5. Florida man arrested for hitting mom on head with corn cob. I don't know. Okay, let's see what it says. This is a strange story from Pasco County. Is it really that weird that it's a corn cob and instead of just anything else?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm just trying to figure out where this could go.
Yeah, we'll see. This is a strange story from Pasco County that went viral this year. Deputies said Cody Cummins, 27, threw a corn cob at his mother, hitting the top of her head. Thankfully, the victim wasn't hurt, but Cummins was arrested and charged with domestic. That's the stupidest story I've ever read.
Ooh, he threw
a corn cob? What does a corn cob even weigh?
Have these people ever met?
Have you ever thrown a pillow at somebody? That's not assault and battery.
Have these people ever met a Mexican wife or mom?
I was gonna say
They whip like
that's
frying
like
pan, shoes, cameras.
pans.
Doesn't matter what. Whatever is closest to them is whipped at your head.
yeah. I feel like the corn cob is like. If
And that's not
I feel like
racist.
the story is almost well, yeah.
I know I'm part Mexican. I have Mexican family, and I know this for a fact. I've heard stories.
Yep. My wife's half Mexican, so I get stuff thrown at me once
We've
in a
had
while.
band members that were Mexican that heard stories of this. Horror stories. Bad.
Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
He had some
Stephen.
good stories.
Good
He
old
had to have been
Stephen.
he had to have been hit in the head with so many pots and pans.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how he's still walking around. He's got a tough forehead, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking a corn cob. I mean,
I don't even get that.
like a dried corn cob, they weigh like an ounce.
I'm impressed that he was able to throw and hit something.
Yeah,
It
it's
didn't
like throwing a
float into
wiffle.
the wind.
It's
and-
like worse than throwing a wiffle ball.
yeah, because at least a wiffle ball is like circle. This thing's like
It's like it's like throwing a crumpled piece of paper at somebody. I feel like the story is that he got arrested at all. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. All right, Florida man steals. This one's great. Florida man steals 75 pool floats for sex.
pool float. Wait. Is he having sex with the pool floats?
Let's find out. Did you ever see that?
Yes, that's
I
why
knew
I
that's what
brought
you're
it
thinking
up.
of. For anybody who's a fan, I watched My Strange Addiction one time, but I watched it all night, like every freaking episode.
The strange
Stupid
addiction.
addicting.
Strange addiction's almost a strange addiction.
It is, but the one with the guy with the pool floaties, man.
What was his favorite? Wow, what the
It
hell?
was the dragon one, right?
Yeah, it was a dragon. It was his.
He had like a name for it.
Main
It
mistress.
was his main bitch, and he had a bunch of side bitch floaties. That was so weird.
It was.
And then why did they have to show him like making out with them? It's like, okay, cut two, go.
Keep going.
Go,
Keep
fade to
going.
black. Next person. Can we see the lady eating toilet paper again or dead husband's ashes? Anyway, that was a weird one. So this guy, Florida man, steals 75 pool floats for sex. Christopher Monin, 35, told Palm Bay police he stole pool floats for sex instead of raping women.
So he was fucking the pool floats.
Is that your only two options? Yeah, man, I'm going to rape a woman if I don't rape a pool floaty first. What's
Like, how many is he going through a night that he needs to steal 75 of them?
I guess he wanted to foolproof himself through the winter, kind of like a bear or a squirrel building up its nuts. I don't know, man.
What the hell is he doing to these things to pop them so quick?
Sticking his dick in them, I guess.
I'm gonna fuck this pool
I
noodle.
don't even know what to say. I just love that he stole pool floats for sex instead of raping women. Those are my only two options, folks.
You know what? Good for
It's
him.
either this or I'm raping.
least
I'm raping that lady
At
over
least
there.
he went a little less legal. Or
Yeah, a little.
less.
There's
Whatever.
probably not a death penalty for. Well, I don't think there's a death penalty for rape. There should be, but for stealing pool floats, I feel like it's more in the misdemeanor category.
Oh, it might be a federal after 75.
75. Yeah, we don't know. What's the federal? There's like a limit on how much money before it's grand theft.
I think it's $1,000 is grand theft.
It might have been some. Hey, have you priced out pool floaties though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 75 of them at $20 a piece.
Oh, I was thinking more like 40 or 50 bucks a piece
Yeah.
sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Especially if those ultra realistic unicorns. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this guy's into.
I mean, think about this at $40 a piece.
Maybe wait, this isn't Florida, so maybe pool floats are just blow up dolls. It could have been.
maybe, I was gonna say $40 a piece. 10 of them's $400 right there. So
Yep. Yeah, he's probably going away for a little bit. I would lock him up just for the fact that he thinks his only way to not rape women is to fuck pool floats.
I gotta at least give him credit for taking the high road.
Yeah, I mean,
In a way.
Yeah, he did the right thing, right? We can't really be mad at him, but we should lock him up forever. Monin told police that he burglarized several homes. Well, I'd hope so, because the only way he could get 75 if he didn't burglarize more than one home is if he stole them from the other pool floaty fuck guy.
I know this dude. He's got like 100.
I saw him on My Strange Addiction, and that dragon floaty looks sexy as hell.
Sexy AF.
He led police to, I don't even know what to say. He led police to vacate his home where he kept his stash and was arrested and charged with burglary of an occupied dwelling, criminal mischief, and this literally says petite theft, but I'm pretty sure it's petty theft. That's a typo.
So now
Get your shit together, Channel News 8.
the question is, did he just have all 75 blown up around his house, and then whenever he was just
Well, said he had a stash, so I feel like he would blow them up.
I was gonna say I didn't know if he had. Well, maybe he had like 10 of them blowed up.
That'd be a huge stash if they were all like inflated.
Yeah, and he was just left them in precarious spots in his house. It was just like
He looks out the window and sees someone jog. He's like, "Oh, if I don't get to my pool floaty right now, she's gonna have a bad day."
good thing I had I had my spare pool floaty underneath the kitchen sink.
Good thing I had this pizza-shaped pool floaty over here.
God, do I love pizza.
All right.
That's so ridiculous.
I don't even know what's up. I'm just gonna let that one die. Naked Florida man wearing bra burglarizes several cars in Newport Richey. Naked except for a woman's bra, one Pasco man burglarized several vehicles in July at U.S. Water Services Corporation, and of course, it was caught on video. It's unclear if the man was ever identified. Oh, he got away with it.
Nice.
Well,
I mean, who's really gonna get that close to a guy running around in just a bra?
I'm probably just gonna let him go.
I mean,
and burn the car.
Then again,
It's like, nope,
I don't
that
really
car's
ever have
gone.
anything that valuable in my car. So if I saw him getting in my car, I'd probably mostly laugh and be like, you ain't getting anything else.
I don't have anything that valuable in my car, including my car.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I drive an 04 Pontiac Vibe. If somebody steals my car, they're more hard up for a car than I am.
The tailgate on my car has a fist-size hole in it, like literally. So I'm pretty sure it's getting left alone. Let's see. One more. We have one more.
right.
Florida man has surgery to remove screwdriver from rectum.
Surgery?
Surgery. Damn.
What size screwdriver was this? Did he puncture through his freaking
That's what
intestines?
I don't know. I'm not sure what would happen. Doctors found what appeared to be a screwdriver in a 46-year-old Florida man's rectum. Wait, during a CT scan, so it wasn't sticking out. It's not like he was stabbed or stuck it up there and there was like a handle out, like CAT scan. Like it was in there.
Oh,
Like
man.
all the way in
Oh,
there.
man, he went too deep.
He went way too deep.
I lost it. I had my fingers
Maybe
on
I
the
can
end.
push the rest of the screwdriver in with another screwdriver.
I had my fingers right at the tip of the end, and I just lost it. My butthole sucked it in.
It was surgically removed, and the man was doing well during No, he was not. This man was never well. He was very unwell.
Mentally, physically, everything.
Yeah. What? Like, did they know they were looking for a screwdriver? That's what I want to know. Or are they just doing a CAT scan? Like, man, my rectum really hurts. Oh yeah, I left that. That's where my Phillips went.
That's where I put my
Son of a
Phillips.
bitch! I've been using a flathead this whole time trying to get it to fit in those screws. That sucks.
I don't even know what compels you to do that.
I don't want to know. Maybe him and Florida pool float man can just hang out together.
Maybe they should get an apartment.
Yeah,
and
maybe
just,
they can have their own weird kinky sex parties that I don't want to be invited to.
like he can stick a small pool float up the guy's ass and blow it up for him, and then that way.
Maybe that's why he needs so many pool floats, because he's sticking them with screwdrivers in the rectum.
Maybe.
That'd deflate a pool floaty. I don't know. I should stop thinking about it. I'm just going to drink more beer and stop thinking about that whole thing. All right. So,
Yeah. All right. I'm
Moving on.
Moving on. Before I get lost in my own mind. And
isn't this the best first show of the year?
It's something.
Yep. We just jumped head first into that one. All right. So,
More like feet first into a wood chipper, but all right.
pretty much. Pretty much. That's worse than head first.
It was slow and painful.
Yeah. It takes you a lot longer to die.
Hopefully by the time it hits your knees, you're passed out. But
Hopefully.
that's a totally different story. I digress.
So, want to talk about 2019. What was your I don't know, where should we start with 2019? I'll let you lead this one. My brain is still on Florida man has 75 sex slave pool floaties.
I mean, somebody's got to. Somebody's got to buy up those pool floaties.
I don't think I can ever look at a floaty the same way again.
You know how much surplus we have in the U.S.? Somebody's got to do
Found a
something
use
with
for
them.
them.
2019 seemed like a fast but different year. I don't know.
It felt like an off year in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I feel like as far as like what we like to talk about a lot of times, like media and stuff like that. Like, I don't think it was a great year for video games, first of all.
No, I can't. Honestly, I can't think off the top of my head. There's a game that I would go, yes, that's the game I enjoyed the most out of 2019. Literally, like most years, I can probably not anymore because I have a terrible fucking memory. But like that year, if you asked me, what was the best game of the year?
I could name mine, but it was towards the end of the year, and it was not one that most people would like.
Yeah, but I mean, at least you had one. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people in general, just even out of a lot of other stuff I've read or listened to and everything like that, people are like, yeah, it was 2019 for video games. Like, I maybe Spider-Man.
Was that in 2019?
Was it? No, that's 2018. See?
Think it was 2018.
Yeah, see? Yeah, because it was between Spider-Man and God of War. That was the biggest game. Yep, I can't think of anything 2019.
Yeah, I mean, there was some good ones, but there wasn't any like big standouts.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of games that were good, but
Like Control, I hear was good. I never played it. Outer Worlds was pretty good.
I'm gonna say Outer Worlds I played, that was pretty good, but I never finished that.
For me, Death Stranding was my game of the year, and I get that. I get why people wouldn't like the game, but I thought it was fantastic. If that's your type of game, I think it was visually, it was the best game of the year.
Yeah, it was a good looking
Acting wise, voice acting wise, had some of the best stuff. It was huge. I mean, the game length, the world, everything, it was huge. And the gameplay mechanics worked flawless. It's just a very different game.
Yes.
Like a very different game.
Different
so
game.
I could understand why some people wouldn't like it, but I still feel like because of those reasons, I feel like that it will never get game of the year, but I feel like it should for those reasons.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything. Honestly.
I can't either.
Like honestly,
Borderlands 3 was good, but I don't know. Like maybe it was just because I had so many other things going on in my life that I haven't finished it yet. I liked it, but I don't feel like it did as well as the first two.
Yeah,
Nobody talks about it anymore. Like I feel like it just kind of faded away really quick.
I feel like they added mechanics to the game that were really, like they were cool and really, I don't know. I don't want to say revolutionary because it wasn't nothing revolutionary, but they added to your character perks.
They definitely made it a smoother game than the first.
And like there was stuff like that, but I feel like the problem was, it was humor wise, mission wise, everything like that. It was just another Borderlands game. Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was nothing new. Like it was nothing new. It was just another Borderlands game. Which I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Borderlands. Love those games. But after you play two of them, and the only thing you really get that's new is like, oh, now you can switch between your ultimate perk.
Yeah,
like,
I mean the perk trees were kind of cool. I liked having that little. I don't know which character had Beastmaster had the extra little dude running around. Which was kind of neat. But yeah,
like it was just another Borderlands game. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't know. And then I feel like movies. I part of me wanted to say that there wasn't a lot of good movies in 2019, but I started thinking about it. I feel like 2019, at least towards the end of the year, it really was. I was trying to think back. Like Infinity War came out this year, right? So that was a big blockbuster, right? Didn't it? Am I right? Yes. Yeah, it did. 2019. It came out in May. Not Infinity War, but Endgame. So that was like a big blockbuster movie. What else was 2019 movie wise? Everybody keeps telling me 1917 is really good.
I didn't even heard of it.
It's a World War I movie. It's done like a one shot type thing. Like they don't actually shoot it one shot, but they've got a couple times where they do cut and where you can't tell because they like flawless, like maybe go behind a pillar and then come out the other side or something like that. But the whole movie is like one fluid shot for like 2 hours of this battle or this following this guy like through a war zone.
Interesting.
Apparently it's like really good. Never
heard of that.
Yeah. It just went into theaters though, like at the very end of 2019. It's still in theaters now. But I was trying to think. I didn't get to see Knives Out. I heard that was good. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I feel like that would be my movie of the year. But I don't know. I don't know what else. I feel like there was some good stuff, but I don't go to the movies as much as I used to.
I've never been a huge like going to movies person, but I mean, even in the movies
I should say Star Wars. I forgot to mention that, but Star Wars was big too. I wouldn't put it in the best movie of the year, but
I mean, even movies that came out in theaters, they usually come out the same year anymore. So I mean, I don't remember really watching anything this year that like the last year that I was like, man, this was a damn good movie.
We talk about this a lot, though, but I feel like the most memorable and best stuff being put out anymore is on streaming services.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of 2019, or I guess it would have been the end, right? Witcher came out in 2019, right? Just at the end? We're only 3 weeks into January, so it had to have come out more than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it came out right at the end, like the 22nd of December or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then Mandalorian was huge.
Yeah.
So I feel like when the stuff people are talking about the most really is the streaming stuff.
I would have to say the best thing I've watched all last year was The Witcher.
Yeah.
By far.
Fantastic show. I haven't watched it yet. I really like The Mandalorian. Movie wise, I know you haven't seen it, so I won't talk about it much, but I thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was great. I really enjoyed that film. But I mean, outside of it was the best film that wasn't just like a huge special effects show. You know what I mean? Like, because then you would consider stuff like Star Wars and Endgame and stuff, which are like the most big, like blockbuster entertaining type stuff. But for a more laid back film that's more about the plot, I thought that was the best one of the year, in my opinion. But I didn't see everything. I didn't see Knives Out. I didn't see 1917. Probably a billion others that I missed because I just don't go to the movies much anymore.
I'm saying I'm not a huge movie person, but I mean, even then, I can't. I don't know. I mean, there was the obvious ones like you said, Star Wars and Avengers and all that shit. But besides that, which were you knew pretty much it was already gonna be a big box office hit. Like you just knew it was.
Well, they're always going to be big, even if they suck. Like everybody talks about how Star Wars 8 sucked, and it was still outsold any other non-Marvel Disney movie out there.
Yep.
That year and whatever few years following, whatever.
But
yeah, I don't know. I feel like streaming services are the way of the future. I feel like 2019. Another thing that I thought was great about 2019 was not that it was a great year overall, but I mean, like I thought something that's great that's coming out of it is seeing all the streaming services in video games as well.
Oh yeah,
as TV. Like I'm a huge fan of Xbox Game Pass. I love that. PlayStation's got one. EA's got one. Ubisoft's got one. There's like, it's the cheapest way to play a ton of video games.
Yeah, because you can start.
It's way better
and end your subscription at any time. It's not like you're signing a contract and be like, oh, you have to pay for the next 6 months. You have to pay for the next 12 months. Like,
well, in a lot of cases too. Like, let's say you're already subscribed, and then a new game comes out. And instead of rushing and spending $60 and finding out you hate it, it's part of your inventory because you're already subscribed, and you can play it for a few minutes and go, oh, it wasn't worth. And play something else, and you're not wasting $60.
The only thing you have to wait for is to download. Unless it's a fully streaming service. But
the PlayStation 1's fully streaming when it's on PC. They have the option on PlayStation to download them. Some of them.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I would prefer not to play that way, even if I have really good internet.
I agree. I'd much rather download it, but
it has its place for people.
Yeah, and then Google Stadia is going to be completely streaming, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, that's completely streaming. I mean,
I've not looked into it much.
Nvidia has their Nvidia Shield. That's a complete streaming one. There's Shadow Play that's coming out or is out. That's the same thing. I mean, it's a big thing it's going to be a thing coming with it. It's as regular and as easy it is to get fast internet anymore. It's not surprising that's where they're pushing it. I mean,
yeah. It feels like we're in a place in video games that's kind of like when Hollywood fell apart in a lot of ways. Not that it completely fell apart, but I mean like the studio system kind of went away and you saw a lot more like independent stuff. Like that's a thing that I love about video games right now is just how great some of the indie developer games are and how you can actually get to them now. Like you don't have to go to GameStop anymore and get a $60 disc that's made from a big developer. You can find so much, and that's been a big enjoyment for me. I just started playing the Escape from Tarkov, which is a completely independent studio or whatever. That's
a
lot of games like that. So
I feel like going to the media thing, or back to the video game thing. Not very many games that were outstanding games. Like they weren't bad games, but I feel
people say Star Wars was really good, but I haven't played that yet.
I feel like they were just. Like companies are just trying to crank out games, or they're they just weren't taking their time or something. So far this year, every single big game that has been said that's going to be released this year, pretty much, I mean, for the most part, every single game that I've seen has already been pushed back like 3 to 4 months, so that way they can polish these games off and actually make them.
Well, maybe they're learning something from last year because games like Ghost Recon, whatever the sequel was, Breakpoint,
yeah.
That game did so bad when it came out that they're completely changing the entire game.
Yeah.
And re-releasing it to the people that already paid for it, which is great and all, but nobody's going to care anymore. They're like, oh, well, I'm not going to wait. And what happened with Anthem as well. Fallout 76.
Yep.
There's 3 perfect examples of them putting out a half-finished game. And I like to mention this one, too, because no one else I know even really played this, but Star Wars Battlefront 2, everybody sold it. I was so disappointed in the amount of money I spent on pre-ordering it. And then I revisited it a year after it came out. And I was like, holy shit, this is a great game.
Well,
but nobody's playing anymore.
I'm going to say
they finally fixed everything.
About 3 months ago, they finally did all their fixes and all that kind of shit they wanted to do for that game. Mm-hmm. And IGN revisited it, and a couple other big companies like that revisited it and did a re-review on it.
Yeah.
And it got like high 8s. Everybody gave it a high 8.
It's a much better game now than it was when it came out.
But like a couple games that I can think of right now is like Cyberpunk 2077.
Yep.
Was supposed to come out in April. That's been pushed back to September. Dying Light 2, which they were saying they were going to try to release this year. They're like,
I was going to say, is that a game ever coming out?
They're like, we're not sure. They're like, we're postponing it. They're not sure when it's going to come out. They haven't released a date yet.
Doom Eternal got knocked back a few months.
Yeah, that Avengers game that's supposed to be coming out, that got pushed back.
Yep. That's not a surprise, though. That game looked way underdeveloped when they were showing it off.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like I'm hoping I'm hoping that game companies are realizing that it might not be about just cranking out games and making the money, because if people, with the way that streaming and you're able to have subscriptions and stuff, and people might not be spending $60 a game, and with everything going to a lot of digital,
Yeah.
are they really going to be able to charge $60 for a game anymore? Because you're not paying a company to package it, you're not paying a company to print it, you're not paying a company to burn it. Like, you're not. There's so many people that they're taking out because it's literally just a digital content.
That's true.
So can you still charge $60 for a game?
Yeah, I don't know. That's something I would like to do some research into, because I've heard some stories saying that $60 for a game doesn't really even cover the studio costs sometimes. So I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have to do some research.
I think that's why there's such a huge push. To be fair, why there's such a huge push for microtransactions to make up for the ongoing costs of development and adding content and stuff like that. That's why it never really bothered me when a company like Ubisoft, I think, is a perfect company for this. That they take a game and they're like, hey, we're just going to keep making it better all the time, and there's like full-time new stuff coming out on a consistent basis, and it's good and it's growing, and they're listening to their communities. I think they're a pretty good example of that anyway.
Yeah.
And they ask you for $30 a year to continue to play the game, but a year from now, it's not the same game. I've paid $30 for a whole bunch. Like, literally, you're buying another game, but, over the years. You're staying with their game, and you're paying more. But if they do it right, it doesn't feel like you're getting ripped off for like, oh, here's $30 and I get a freaking cheap skin or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
I think there's some companies like that. I wonder if the beta thing is going to be like a thing big companies start taking up.
I don't know.
Games like GTFO and Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. They were in beta for Tarkov's still in beta. GTFO's still in beta, but they put them in beta for years, and people want to come in early and pay and play and test those games. Like, they're saving money, I feel like, on testers.
Yeah.
And they're also making money, and they're keeping, while they're developing. I know that's why smaller companies do it, because they don't have the money to finish a game before they get people to pay for it. But
yeah.
I
don't know. I feel like 2019 was a year of learning, a year of growing.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody kind of learned new things, kind of figured out stuff that
there are changes for sure on the horizon.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
a lot of stuff.
And I mean, yeah, just anything pretty much. It seems like you're going to see some changes happening in 2020. I mean, I don't know if it's just because 2020 sounds cool and that's when people should get shit done.
I just wanted to see everybody in 3-piece suits again, and listening to. You know what? I always get the music confused though with 2020. You know what I mean? Like, I listened to 20s music thinking, I thought it was thinking of like 30s style music, and I was like, yeah 20s music kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but 1920s anyway. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's out of 2019 for the Burly Bros show, what would you like? What did you like? What didn't you like?
Yeah, let us know for sure.
Yeah, let us know on a personal level.
What do you guys want to see coming up? We're making a lot of changes. We said that earlier on. Probably going to end this soon and go into some just chatting with people. We're kind of just rambling at this point, but we don't have Dirty Dan with us here today. We're going to have him back. This is kind of just, we wanted to put something out. So like kind of a conversation, get things going, but we're going to be back in full swing soon, hopefully. If you guys aren't watching this, we are on twitch.tv/Burly Bros. You can see all the stuff we've done with lighting and backgrounds and all the cool stuff. We're trying to make it look really cool. So 2020
is it's definitely gonna be a year that where the Burly Bros podcast is definitely gonna start taking a full swing, and really gonna be pushing to do figuring out new content.
Yep,
pushing new content, figuring out news, like making the set how we want. I mean, just really just gonna be pushing it to the best of our limits, our abilities, and everything like that.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we're been tossing around other ideas for content to throw up on the YouTube channel. That's not even just podcast stuff, just more stuff that's about stuff we like and stuff that we hope you guys enjoy, and just keeping it interesting, keeping it about stuff that people will enjoy and can hopefully connect to.
Yeah, hopefully
learn something and have a good laugh.
I hope so.
That's the biggest thing I
would like to say one more story that I read today that's beer related to end this, and then we'll go to some just chatting. I found this funny talking about like changes on the horizon, and I was looking up beer related stories. And one of them was that they said by 2023, they expect hard seltzer to be doubled in production because of the demand.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
Isn't that crazy? Like hard seltzer, that's the other story of 2019. Hard seltzer became like a really big staple of people's adult beverage of choice.
Everybody's making them now.
Oh my
Bud
gosh!
Light
I almost as a joke picked up Natty Daddy Natural Light seltzer water and brought over here to test on. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do it next week.
Maybe we'll do an
We
entire
should do a whole seltzer. I like that idea.
I want to find there's a Michigan brewery that makes them that I keep seeing pop up on my.
I think I saw them too
on my Instagram feed. Griffin Claw.
Yes,
I want to try their seltzers. Like
there's
whatever.
like when you go anywhere now, there's like 15 different hard seltzers.
Oh yeah. Like I said, everybody's making them. Trulia has one. Corona has one. Bud Light
obviously
has
White
one.
Claw is a big one.
White Claw.
I think PBR is buying one.
PBR,
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
I thought they were buying a seltzer company. But yeah, so I just thought that was kind of a funny look to the future to see how big seltzer waters have got. Hard seltzer has gotten.
I mean,
crazy.
honestly, it makes a lot more sense to me than drinking, like for being a girl drink or whatever you want to call it. It makes more sense to me than having freaking Smirnoff or Mike's Hard Lemonade.
They taste better than Smirnoff
They
Ice
do.
or Mike's. I hate Mike's Hard Lemonade.
They just, I don't know. They just don't tear you up.
Well, they're not as much sugar either.
Just don't drink too many of them because you will wake up with a hangover.
That's true. They're not as much sugar either. So I feel like if you're drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade, just pounding back freaking sugar on it.
Well, and I feel like within the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, like health and fitness has become a big thing in the U.S., which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's great.
So like it's a beverage that people can drink and they don't have to feel like the repercussions of the calories and all that shit.
I'm actually pro seltzer water. It's not like my favorite drink, but I like to drink them, especially on a beach or something like that.
Yeah, I mean
like
they
them.
are refreshing.
Yeah,
they are
for sure.
refreshing on a hot day.
So yeah. Anyway, let us know what you guys think of seltzer waters. What you guys would like to see or hear about in the future. We're gonna cut this off now and go into some just chatting with people here on Twitch. So if you're listening to this later, you're not watching, come over to twitch.tv/Burly Bros and hang out with us. I'm Dirty Mike. This is Beer Achilles. And next week, I think Dirty Dan will be back, right?
He should be, I believe so.
Okay, sweet. So we'll be
We'll
back
have a full set
next week. So take it easy, everyone.